December 8th, 1993, 95-88 in overtime. Talk about best starts with 3 losses. The Bulls are among an elite group here. A Laker team and 76er teams both won the championship. So did that New York Knicks team, and the Bulls are right there with them. You know, Red, it's kind of fun at this time of year to take a look at the different statistical categories and measure them against what it takes to win an NBA championship. And one thing you have to be able to do is win on the road. You're going to have to play and win on the road in May and June. There's no doubt about that. But some of the other categories, like rebounding, shooting percentage, really point differential to me, Red, seems to be a very big one in terms of determining an NBA champion. The team that wins the NBA championship is always in the top 5 in point differential, it seems like. Well, the Bulls have not really had a problem scoring points this season. Now, they've had a couple bad quarters. They had that 11-point quarter against Seattle, 28.5, but basically they're able to get up and down the court and put the ball in the hole. The officials for tonight's game: Ron Gerritsen, Mike Callahan, Tom Donahue. And we should be about ready to go. They had a hockey game in here this afternoon. The New York Rangers defeated the Philadelphia Flyers by the score of 4-0. Well, that's why the Bulls could not have their shoot around here today. So they went to a junior college, and Lord, wouldn't you know it, nobody could find a key or the caretaker. So they turned the bus around, went back to the hotel, and tried to come out here and shoot a little bit on the floor as they were putting it up. Yeah, and literally putting things together here. Are the Bulls in their new road uniforms, the solid black with the pinstripes, red numbers. Dennis Rodman. Michael Jordan, as we mentioned, has reached several of his career milestones in this building and could get to 23,000 points in his career here tonight with a 29-point performance. There's the number on Michael. Philadelphia in the home whites. Solid blue with red trim. Luc Longley on the tap against Sharone Wright. And the Bulls able to control. I noticed, Red, as you were making your way back up here, that a lot of people still remember that you contributed to this franchise. You played a portion of your career here. Yeah, we came from Syracuse and became the Philadelphia 76ers. Jordan gets the step on Stackhouse. Nice dish to Longley. Had it stripped away by Alston. 4-3 and a clock. Michael picks up, trying to force it that time to Rodman, and Trevor Ruffin comes away with it. Weatherspoon on the run. Offensive foul. Ronnie Harper right in the way, and boy, Weatherspoon went up to hammer that baby home, but all he gets for it is the foul. Weatherspoon like a runaway locomotive. Yeah, he can get up too. Watch him take off here. He's collecting to go in. Harper just standing there, going to take the blow, and he does it. Nice job. No score, early going, about a half minute into this first quarter. Good to have you with us on a Saturday night here in the snowbound East. Longley on the block. A couple of times now they've gone into Luc, and he has fouled this time. Looked like Stackhouse reaching from behind. Well, Sharone Wright, though, is the guy that got on a push. Stackhouse actually triggered the ball loose. Wright gets the foul with the body, his first of the first on the team. And there is 42-year-old John Lucas, coach and general manager of the Philadelphia 76ers. Pippen off the mark. Rodman trying to rebound, and apparently the ball went up. Hit the clock. Yeah, hit the clock. It's going to be Bulls basketball. Was last touched by the Sixers. Dennis told me on the bus on the way out, Red, he said, I think I'll play the whole game tonight. I think I'll stick around for the whole thing. Pippen, nice look to Rodman. Reverses to Jordan for 3. Dennis the rebound, and couldn't quite control it on Stackhouse. Last touch by Stackhouse, it'll belong to the Bulls. Stackhouse, an outstanding career at North Carolina. Of course, he came out as an underclassman, and he's guarding a guy that he probably grew up idolizing. Came out, you know, after just his sophomore year, Red. And Michael came out after his junior year, if I'm not mistaken. Pippen with the scoop. Scottie gets it back, and on the save, it's empty. It traveled anyway. So not a very good start here against a team that is has not a very good record. You know, it's amazing, Red. The Sixers last night won by 27 points, right? Their previous 6 victories were by a grand total of 44 points. So they have not had many blowout situations. 10 to go on the shot clock for Trevor Ruffin. Nice look to Weatherspoon. The first points of the game in the bank. Weatherspoon with the deposit. The Bulls take over, trailing 2-0. Bulls have been off since Wednesday. Jordan the turnaround over Stackhouse. You know, Red, this might be interesting here tonight. Jerry Stackhouse, whether it was tongue-in-cheek or not, has said on several interview occasions that he has played Michael Jordan in the offseason down in North Carolina and was beating him on one-on-one games, that type of thing. Foul coming up here against Ron Harper is his first on the team.
Well, now it's for real. Those games are for fun.
Yeah, I think Michael will be looking to show that rookie something here tonight, perhaps. Not that they necessarily will be guarding each other. Ruffin on the drive through the lane. There's Weatherspoon of the chip shot. Alston chases down. Weatherspoon had a tip from behind by Jordan. Pippen ahead to Harper.
Ronnie Harper stretches out, knocks it down.
$25 donated from McDonald's to charitables every time a Bulls player slam dunks in tonight's game. 4-2 Bulls. Trevor Ruffin, as Red mentioned, playing in Greece earlier this season. Sharone Wright. Nice touch. 4 apiece, we're tied. Scottie Pippen to Michael Jordan. Jordan right around Stackhouse and pulls it out. Longley on the block. They want to get Luc off quickly. Weatherspoon the rebound. He's had 20 rebounds or more in 2 of the last 3 games. Matter of fact, Weatherspoon and Rodman are the only 2 players put together back-to-back 20 rebound performances this season in the NBA. Stackhouse spinning against Jordan, out of control, lost his footing and traveled on the play.
Bill comes halfway down the floor to call a play here as you see Stackhouse try to spin around and lose his balance.
Stackhouse suffered a hip injury 3 games ago. Hasn't been quite the same since. He struggled his last couple of games. Jordan wide open. Michael with 4, and the Bulls lead is 2. Ruffin watched by Jordan. Ruffin is really a 2-guard, Red, playing in the point guard spot because since Scott Skiles retired, the Sixers are without a point guard, a true point guard. Ruffin penetrating. Longley swats it away.
Oh!
And a sensational feed to Pippen.
Beautifully done. Caught. Turned around in the air. Found Pip. Steal for Michael. Slam for Scott.
The Bulls have doubled up the 76ers in the early going. Spoon on the block. Stackhouse outside for 3.
Air ball.
Rodman allows it to bounce out of bounds. Take a look at that play again. Michael Jordan on a creative pass here.
Does he know where everybody is? He didn't even look that time. He knew he was down there.
Well, we've already established he has eyes in the back of that head. Michael for 3. Ring it up.
Yeah. Very nice start for MJ. He's got 7.
The 7-point lead by Chicago, the biggest of the night. John Lucas wants a 22nd timeout. 76ers have fallen behind by the biggest margin with 7:24 to go in this first quarter. Michael Jordan off in great shape thus far. 3 for 4 from the field, 1 of 2 from the arc. Don't forget our next telecast coming up on WGN Monday afternoon. That's a noon start Central Time. Bulls and Bullets, and I tell you, Red, that Washington team is coming along very nice.
They've got the 2 Price brothers now, and if they get Weber back, they're going to really be in good shape. There's a guy whose name hangs above the ceiling, on the ceiling of the United Center. Scott Williams played with the Bulls in 3 championship teams.
He may be out the rest of this season, Red, with that knee problem.
He gave up his number 42 to the rookie, who's wearing it now, Jerry Stackhouse.
Well, Scott Williams' career has been marred by injury, and it doesn't look like it's going to get much better this year. Ruffin, a good move there. Stackhouse on the drive. Little deposit by Stackhouse. Sixers trail by 5. Dennis Rodman on the wing. They set up a triangle right. He passed it back to Harper, who was cutting toward the baseline, and the pass off the mark. As a result, the turnover gives it back to the Philadelphia 76ers. Sixers this time take a full timeout. Just under 7 minutes to go, first quarter. Phil Jackson's Chicago Bulls lead by 5.
Right now, Southwest Airlines has Gotta Go fares starting at just $19 one way on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays. It's such a good deal. People everywhere see it as the perfect opportunity to get away. But if you want Gotta Go fares to be your big break, you'd better hurry. Gotta Go fares from $19 only on Southwest, the low-fare airline.
Oh, yeah. It's your time, time to shine, time to live what's in your mind. It's your time.
This time, it's your time.
It's your time.
NGD Light.
Up here. Hi, Martin Mull. I'm inside Ed Klein's dream. Ed's having a vivid dream about money because he's taking advantage of Red Roof Inn's dream rates. I think his subconscious is overjoyed about all the money he's saving. Am I right, Ed? That was a yes.
Red Roof Inn's dream rates are available for a limited time. For reservations, call 1-800-THE-ROOF.
I hate to tell him his alarm's about to go off.
Wayne Larrivee, Johnny Red Kerr back at the Spectrum in Philly. We're seeing tonight one of the best rookies in the NBA, and Jerry Stackhouse. Watch him work here.
Number 3 pick in the draft. He gets inside, the loose from Ronnie Harper, up, and power slams it home. Wow.
Stackhouse leads the pack in rookie scoring. It's ironic, he was 11 years after Jordan. Jerry Stackhouse, like Jordan, was the 3rd pick in the first round of the NBA draft. Sixers basketball, Bulls lead by 5. This is Clarence Weatherspoon, watched by Rodman. They isolate for him. Spoon off the move on the middle. Weatherspoon averaging 15 points overall this season. The Chicago lead is down to 3. Rodman's on the post now. 10 to go on the shot clock for Pippen. Gets baseline on Derrick Alston for the jam. Will it count? I think they called the foul before the shot attempt. It's on Derrick Alston. Cannot score the field goal.
No, he made a nice move around him. Went from behind the basket to slam it in.
Bulls started out rather slow to say the least, but they have heated up recently. Michael. The tip.
Is that Rodman?
I thought it was Rodman. Giving it to Jordan. He has 9.
I don't think so, but Rodman's going, I think that was me.
Yeah, exactly. They may change that one. Sharone Wright in close against Luc Longley. Wright again. This time a foul. Yes, it counts.
Well, last year, this is what happened. Sharone Wright, the power forward, steps in the middle and takes Luc right to the basket a couple times. Now rebounds over the top of him. Then they go back up and a foul is drawn.
Foul is on Luc Longley. Is his first. And at the free throw line, Sharone Wright puts in on a 3-point play. He has 5 points in the game. The Sixers have closed within 2. Pippen off the glass. Scottie with 4. Chicago's lead grows to 4. Ruffin, nice feed. Weatherspoon on the drive. He traveled. It's a beautiful feed by Trevor Ruffin.
Well, Weatherspoon's got 4 points, but he's also got an offensive foul and a travel now going on down. And I'm expecting to see Ruffin take a shot here in a minute. Philadelphia 4-3 on the turnover.
Philadelphia leads the league in turnovers committed, which is a dubious statistic to have the leadership in. Ball knocked out of bounds by the Sixers. It'll belong to the Bulls at the baseline. Mad Max is in. Vernon Maxwell comes in for Jerry Stackhouse, the rookie. Maxwell and Jordan, a familiar matchup. And there they are. Number 11 Maxwell and number 23 Jordan. Michael over the top. Nothing but net. 11 for Jordan in the first quarter. 6-point Chicago lead. Sharone Wright, quick turn on Longley, had it poked away. I believe that was Pippen who knocked it out.
Luc has just taken his position behind Wright, and half of your defensive job is done.
Time winding down to the shot clock. Alston in close, was traveled on the play. Another turnover for Philadelphia.
The interior defense has been superior for the Bulls.
Mentioned that disputed call at the down low on the tip in a few moments ago for the Bulls. They changed it from Jordan to Rodman, as you suspected they would.
Yeah, you and I had it right. 3, my mic. Uh-oh.
Jordan's second tray of the night gives him 12 points. And the Bulls enjoy a 9-point advantage, their biggest of the night. Vernon Maxwell guarded by Harper. He was tripped that time through the lane. It looked like he got tangled up with Michael.
Ronnie Harper picks up number 2.
Third on the team. Take a look at this. Is Mad Max from last night. I would say the rivalry still burns in his heart, doesn't it?
It does. Bulls on a 7-0 run here, but Mad Max, of course, can wedge you into that.
Maxwell 81% from the free throw line. The last 2 games he's been hot. He's been 15 of 30 from the field.
We talked about their turnovers. They've been averaging 25 a game, but they closed it down last night. I believe they had 16 turnovers in last night's game.
Bulls by 7 now as Pippen sets it up. Well, you know, Red, it's a team without a true point guard, and when that happens, you're generally going to get some turnovers. Jordan has shot very well here tonight. Michael now 6 of 8 from the floor. He has 14 points. Jordan's been shooting well recently as well.
Offensive foul on Weatherspoon, setting that screen.
Second on Clarence Weatherspoon.
Offensive foul, Clarence Weatherspoon, his second personal foul.
Sean Higgins now comes in the game. Former Michigan standout.
Played for Bill Frieder up at Michigan.
Offensive foul.
It's a foul on Luc Longley, a moving screen. So one deserves another, so to speak. Up off the bench, Bill Wennington. He'll be coming on in a moment for the Bulls. And LaSalle Thompson is in the game. He was picked up just the other day. Played his first game last night in New Jersey. LaSalle Thompson.
Last time we saw him was in Indianapolis.
Didn't he play for the Kings also? He was drafted by the Kings in Kansas City.
Kansas City.
Bulls are leading 22-13. Higgins from the outside for 3.
So right away off the bench, they get a little lift. 2 free throws by Maxwell and a 3 by Higgins.
Pippen gets the tray back for the Bulls.
I mentioned Scottie was 5 out of 9 from 3-point land the other night against Seattle.
Bulls lead the league in 3-point shooting overall. They have 4 players over 40% 3-point shooting. Another turnover by the Sixers. Pippen on a run out is fouled on the play held by Sean Higgins to stop the break. First on Higgins, only the third on John Lucas' team. Let's pause here for station identification.
This is America's #1 sports station, WGN-TV, Chicago.
Toni Kukoc in for the first time tonight for the Bulls, replacing Ron Harper. Greg Sutton is on the floor now for the Philadelphia 76ers. He replaces Trevor Ruffin. Sixers Red are not a very big ball club, although they're a little bigger now when they've got Thompson and Sharone Wright on the floor at the same time. Maxwell and Jordan in a battle royale in the post, but it's Wennington from the outside who finds the range for the first time tonight. Wennington shooting well of late. 7 of his last 11 from the field coming into tonight's game.
He's been bothered too by a little bronchitis. Knocked him down. Flu hurt him a little bit earlier, but didn't have any effect on that shooting stroke, does it?
Oh, nice move by Sharone Wright around Dennis Rodman. Got Dennis up in the air. 7 for Wright. The lead is 9 for the Bulls. Pippen around Sutton, and a foul coming up. Greg Sutton was signed to a 10-day contract last week. He had been cut by Charlotte earlier this month, and we've got a timeout on the floor. 2:37 to go. In this, the first quarter, the Bulls lead 27-18.
A friend of mine told me, try America Online. I said, why? I've got a computer. He said, try it. You'll see. It's simple. Every time you sign on, welcome. It tells you if you've got mail. You've got mail. Want to send some email? Type the message, click here, and it's done. I like this. With one click, I can browse all kinds of great features on America Online. I've gotten help with my golf swing, I've planned my next vacation, even get stock price updates every 15 minutes. America Online has over 100 newspapers and magazines, everything from Business Week Online to Cycle World, and I can browse them all. With America Online, you can point and click your way across the internet. And their web browser makes it easy to explore the World Wide Web. Call the toll-free number and you'll receive your free startup kit and 10 free hours to look around. It's worth a try. You'll see.
To try America Online free, call 1-800-275-8484. You'll receive your free America Online startup kit and 10 free hours your first month. Call now.
Oh, yeah. It's your time, time to shine, time to live what's in your mind. It's your time.
This time, it's your time.
It's your time.
NGD Light.
On Tuesday, January 16th, when the Bulls battle the Philadelphia 76ers, it's WMAQ Radio Umbrella Night. First 10,000 fans entering the United Center will receive a Bulls umbrella, compliments of WMAQ Radio. Wayne Larrivee, Johnny Red Kerr from the Core State Spectrum in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Michael Jordan off to a good start. Watch him in action here. There's one, nothing but net. Watch this. That's for 3. Caught a little rim there. And Rodman finds Jordan open on the wing. 3 of his shots from the field. Michael Jordan off for a 6 for 8 start.
2 out of 3 from that 3-point stripe.
The Bulls lead by 9. Toni Kukoc. Sharone Wright has the rebound. Bulls have an interesting combination on the floor now. You've got Rodman, Kukoc, Wennington, Jordan, and Pippen out there. Higgins out high for the Sixers. 10 to go on the shot clock, Philadelphia. Vernon Maxwell against Michael Jordan. Boy, Jordan just smothered him. 3 to go, 2 to go. Time winding out. Bailout shot off the heel of the rim. Rodman's first rebound of the night. Quick outlet to Pippen. Scottie was fouled by Greg Sutton on the push. Second on Sutton. Team is over the limit. Take a look. This is how you play defense, right here.
He didn't want to get me nose. He can shoot that 3 out there, and he flips it out to Sean Higgins to get it back. Mike puts the pressure on. There's 2 seconds. One.
And that's a
tough shot going out of bounds. Now you need the rebound, and who's there but Mr. Rodman?
Watch this. Sharone Wright was in position. Rodman had it scoped all the way. Pippen puts his first in. He's got 8 points in this game.
Technical foul on who? On Maxwell. Was it?
No, I think it's a technical on Sutton.
Yeah. Well, Michael will shoot the free throw. Well, he might have thought he didn't say much, but we saw a game in Seattle the other night that Rodman got a foul called, a technical foul. He went over to ask the other officials something. It seemed like a very quiet voice, and he got tossed.
Yeah. You know, I talked to him about it, and what Dennis was saying. Dennis said he told me Said, you know, I was telling the official, said, look at all these guys have been ragging on you all night. Why do I say one thing and I'm gone? You know?
Yeah. The Bulls with 3. Chance for 3 points. Only get 2 on it.
Pippen has 8 in this first quarter. Maxwell pulls up. Rodman controls the rebound. Scottie Pippen on the wing for 3. Toni Kukoc on the follow. Nice look to Jordan on the reverse. Wouldn't go. Sharone Wright to Greg Sutton. Change of direction and a pull-up. Sutton's 3rd game with the 76ers. Cuts the Bulls lead down to 9.
Well, I guess it was a dollar thing. I couldn't understand why he was let go by Charlotte, but they'd have to guarantee money. And
yeah, I mean, they had the deadline coming up earlier this week, Wednesday actually, where if you're on a roster as of Wednesday of this week, your money is guaranteed for the rest of the year, whether you play or not. Well, they cut Sutton, and then Charlotte cut Sutton for that reason, apparently.
Yeah. Good player, just a numbers game. Steve Kerr comes in for Michael now with 108. Mike leaves at 15 first quarter points.
Wennington, the chip shot off the baseline. LaSalle Thompson, the rebound. This is just Thompson's 2nd game since signing the contract. That there was a holdup in his signing as well. They wanted to give him a 10-day contract. He insisted on the rest of the season, and they eventually gave in to John Lucas and the 76ers.
Well, Sutton's still on a 10-day, isn't he?
Yes. Sutton, they signed to a 10-day deal. Vernon Maxwell finds Higgins of the arc. Right around Kukoc. Good look, Sharone Wright, but at one pass too many, and Red, you've said it 100 times. When you make that extra pass sometimes, you get a teammate caught in the lane.
That's right. What you're doing is trying to cheat to get down there to get good advantage for rebounding, and you figure your guy's going to let fly with a 3, then the one extra pass, and you're caught in that lane.
About a half minute to go. First quarter, Pippen under the basket. Pippen fighting for it, and apparently stepped on the baseline as he attempted to save. Bulls are leading by 9. Biggest lead has been 11 here tonight.
Bulls have a foul to take, if I'm not mistaken here. They want to.
About a 1-second difference, shot clock to game clock. 10 to go now on the shot clock. Maxwell, a long 3. Rodman the rebound. Gives it away to Thompson. Maxwell on the scoop, it wouldn't go, and the first quarter comes to a close. A very frustrated Vernon Maxwell. Maxwell missed 4 shots down the stretch, including 2 in that sequence right there. And Michael Jordan with 15 points, high point man of the game, has led the Bulls to a 29-20 lead over the Sixers.
Celebrate the stirring sounds of the Stellar Gospel Music Award, featuring Kirk Franklin, Yolanda Adams, Shirley Caesar, Darrell Coley, Dottie Peoples, John P. Key, C.C. Winans, and more. Join the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air's James Avery, living single star Kim Fields Freeman, and comedian Jonathan Slocum when they host the 11th Annual Stellar Award. Don't miss it.
Monday night at 7 on WGN Channel 9.
2 all beef patties, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions on a sesame seed bun. 2 all beef patties, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions on a sesame seed bun. 2 all beef patties, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions on a sesame seed bun. 3 take a Big Mac. Have you had your break? At McDonald's, have you had your break? Let's eat.
A night at Blockbuster.
That was a great romance.
Yeah?
I'm not ashamed to say I cried at the end. But comedy's good. My friends say I'm a pretty funny guy.
Really?
So, you want to pick up some movies, get together later?
You want to get together with me tonight and have some fun? Here, arms, legs, abs, and buns. Call me when you catch your breath.
Come to Blockbuster Video. Check out our huge selection and pick up the Claudia Schiffer Workout Series. Make it a Blockbuster night.
bull market right here.
Write down the Bulls' high score, his point total, and the date of tonight's game, and send it on a postcard to WGN. You could win round-trip tickets on Southwest Airlines, the low-fare airline.
Stop by any one of the many Chicagoland Target stores and register to win one of 5 Bulls fantasies. Visit your favorite Target location for more information. The numbers in the first quarter: Bulls shot almost 50%. They've been shooting well as a team of late. 8 turnovers already for the 76ers, who average 19 on the season, and as Red has said, of late they've been committing in the neighborhood of 25 turnovers a game. Start of the second quarter. Sharone Wright in close against Bill Wennington. Rodman another rebound. Went almost the entire first quarter without a rebound, and then had 4 down the stretch. Kukoc posting. Sean Higgins. Ball slapped away, knocked out of bounds. Last touch by the Sixers. 13 to go on the shot clock for the Bulls. Toni on the trigger. Wennington, his second from the field. He has 4. Bulls by 11, equaling their biggest margin of the night. This is Greg Sutton, Vernon Maxwell, Sharone Wright. Wright, nice move. Oh, to the scoop. Pretty move around Wennington. Sharone Wright, an excellent offensive player. Great moves in the post. Where he lacks is on defense.
You know what it reminds me of tonight? A little bit of Vin Baker.
Yeah, it really does.
With Milwaukee, who's got all those good moves. Pippen a long 3, not there. Rodman fights for the rebound.
Dennis yet another rebound. Here's Pippen on the post.
Tony, you got a 3. Can he make it? No, Billy's got one.
Rebound, Kukoc. He was pushed and it wouldn't go. Higgins, I believe, from behind in the back. His second personal first on the team in the second quarter, and Toni will go to the line.
Toni Kukoc.
Tony's been a little quiet the last few games, Red. Since his 19-point performance against Houston, he's been in double digits just one of the last 3 games, averaging a little over 8 points a game, 3 assists and 3.6 rebounds over the course of those 3 games. His first point of the night here. You know, for somebody coming off the bench, a lot of your production is tied up in how many minutes you get on a given night.
You know, Wayne, you talked about back-to-back. Scottie with the intercept, but they come right back.
Here comes Maxwell to Greg Sutton. Waits for the traffic to clear. Weatherspoon. Kukoc right back for the Bulls, who lead 33-24.
They're not very good on back-to-back records, the Sixers. I think they're like 1-9.
You got it right.
Bulls, they're excellent.
Pippen missed there on the follow of the Bill Wennington shot. Maxwell looks for the arc, pulls up, and it's off the mark.
Well, he was not together at all. He was floating almost out of bounds on that play. He may get a substitute for him right here.
Yeah, Vernon Maxwell off to an 0-for-5 start. And he's been shooting very well the last couple of games, right? He's hit 50% of his shots. That's pretty good for Vernon Maxwell. Kukoc had a save to Sutton. Sutton saves to Higgins. And Pippen intercepts. 2-on-1 to Toni.
Pep threw him the alley-oop. Toni said, I'm going to catch and just lay it up. Counts the same.
Just not as spectacular, right? The 11-point lead Bulls. Oh, Kerr doubling down on Sharone Wright, knocked it away. Wennington collects. Pippen on the move. Had it blocked by Sharone Wright. What did I say about his defense?
Yep, very good.
Higgins. For 3. Oh, make it 2. Apparently had a toe on the 3-point line. Sean Higgins off the bench with 5 points. Chicago by 9. Kukoc left alone at the arc. Weatherspoon, excellent position on Rodman for the rebound.
Bulls doing everything outside.
Yeah, they're not getting to the lane very well at all. Everything's been a pull-up so far. Pass off the mark there. John Lucas thought Pippen got a piece of it. The officials aren't sure. And finally, Tim Donaghy on the far side makes the call to rule Sixer ball.
Pip leaves, Michael comes in, Stackhouse comes in, Sean Higgins leaves.
Tank Thompson is back in. LaSalle Thompson back in for Philadelphia.
I'm sorry, Sharone Wright is the one that leaves.
And Vernon Maxwell. Michael Jordan returns.
10 seconds ago on the shot clock, Philadelphia. Weatherspoon ducked in under Rodman, drew contact, and the foul on Dennis is his first, and that's the first on the team. I'd like to take this opportunity to say hi to Philip and Joan McGinnis watching tonight in Spring Valley, Illinois. Their son Tom is the play-by-play voice of the Sixers.
McGinnis, yes. So Ruffin is back in. Bill Wennington leaves. Luc Longley comes back in. And Spoon shooting 2. He's got 6 points.
Weatherspoon now with 7 points. Pulled down 8 or more rebounds in 15 of the last 19 games. And as we mentioned in the open, in the last 14 games, doing everything very well. 16 points and 10 rebounds a game. 8 points for Clarence Weatherspoon. Some pressure in the backcourt by the 76ers. Stackhouse picks up Jordan. Jordan and Kerr at the guards. Kukoc along with Longley and Rodman up front. Kerr off the mark there. Weatherspoon working the board again.
Again, it's another long outside shot. The Bulls had nothing going to the basket. The only thing they had going to the basket was Pippen, and he got the shot blocked by Wright.
Weatherspoon in close, was pushed by Rodman early, and on Dennis it's his second personal.
John Lucas knows a little bit about Dennis Rodman. He had him when he was in San Antonio.
You know, Dennis was saying earlier today that he felt that if John Lucas had stayed in San Antonio, he felt the Spurs were capable of winning it all last year. Obviously, Dennis did not approve of the coaching change made down there. Didn't quite mix very well with Bob Hill, who's a good coach in his own right. Weatherspoon on the fadeaway. He now has double digits with 10 points. Hey, the Bulls lead is down to 5.
Yeah, they've outscored him 10-6 here in this quarter. Some good defense and good rebounding down. Toni.
That went off the foot of Higgins, it appeared. It'll belong to Chicago. 12 to go on the shot clock. Bulls off to a 2 for 10 start here in the second quarter.
Rodman leaves. Dickey Simpkins comes in for him.
So Simpkins, Longley, and Kukoc up front. The inbounds of Longley knocked away by Weatherspoon. Another turnover by the Bulls. It's been a sloppy second quarter for Chicago, right?
It has.
Trevor Ruffin watched by Kerr. Weatherspoon against Simpkins.
Nobody there to help out. He waits, turns, takes the shot.
12 for Weatherspoon, and the Chicago lead is 3.
Well, the Bulls went to Michael Jordan when he had the hot hand, and now they go right to Spoon.
Steve Kerr on the pull-up. Simpkins the rebound to Jordan, and it's off the front of the rim. Kerr chasing down. Steve reloads the offense to Luc on the post. Nice move with the right hand. Luc Longley's first 2 points of the night. Bulls by 5. Trevor Ruffin, Jerry Stackhouse the backcourt. Higgins up front, along with Weatherspoon and Thompson for Philadelphia. 7 to go on the shot clock. Stackhouse had it knocked away. Apparently they got Michael on a reach-in.
Michael's first foul. Listen to the hand he gets for that. Be a non-shooting foul. They'll take it out of bounds, and there'll be a timeout, I believe, coming here.
3 team fouls now on the Bulls, and you're right. Timeout called on the floor. Sixers take a timeout. 6:10 left to go. First half, John Lucas and company making the comeback in Philadelphia.
MCI friends and family customers, are you always saving?
When I have friends and family, I expected big savings. Mistake. Their calling card couldn't keep up with me. It only discounted my calls to home. So I got AT&T True Reach Savings. It's the only way I save 25% on every type of call on my AT&T phone bill, anywhere in the U.S., no matter who I call.
AT&T True Reach Savings. Save 25% when you spend just $25 a month. Just call 1-800-GET-TRUE.
With AT&T, I save from wherever, no matter who I call. And proof's right on my bill. I like saving. And what's better, I don't have to think about it.
No matter who you call, you'll save 25% guaranteed and proof's right on your bill. Just call 1-800-GET-TRUE.
I love a company that can keep up with me.
MCI friends and family customers, why not save on all your calls? It's easy. Call 1-800-GET-TRUE now and switch free. AT&T True Reach Savings. That's your true choice. AT&T.
Hello from Plank Road, where our man Paul has a special guest today, Rudy from the ice rink.
Hey, Ma!
When it comes to making smooth ice, Rudy's an expert. So we thought we'd let him sample our ice house. It's always ice brewed, so there's never any watered down taste, just more of what you want in a beer. Rudy?
Tastes like I run over it myself. Smooth.
There you have it. Ice House is as smooth as it gets. Thanks, and enjoy.
Wayne Larrivee, Johnny Kerr, good to have you with us on a Saturday night in Philadelphia. 6:10 to go here in the second quarter, and the Bulls leading by 5. A reminder, fans, on Tuesday, January 16th, when the Bulls battle the Philadelphia 76ers, it's WMAQ Radio Umbrella Night. First 10,000 fans entering the United Center will receive a Bulls umbrella, compliments of WMAQ Radio. Philadelphia getting a little better in the turnover category, and the Bulls already have 3 turnovers. They only had 4 in the entire first quarter. Bulls are not having a good first half as far as turnovers are concerned. They average just under 15 turnovers per game, and they've already got 7 here in the first half. Philadelphia ball. Oh, Stackhouse got around Michael for the jam.
He's got 2 baskets, both sensational slams. Michael went for the steal, didn't get it.
3-point lead, Chicago. Jordan guarded by Stackhouse, takes him baseline. Rebound back tap. Here comes Derrick Alston. Stackhouse on his right. Stackhouse on the fade. And the rookie has 2 in a row, 6 in the ball game. 1-point lead, Chicago. Kukoc finds Jordan. In on Thompson. 17 for Michael, his first 2 points of the second quarter. Ruffin watched by Kerr. Weatherspoon clears on the block, double down from Kukoc. Stackhouse. Thompson to Alston. Jordan the rebound. Bulls by 3. Longley trying to take advantage of the mismatch on Alston. LaSalle Thompson.
You got to take the ball to the hole.
Yep. There's no question about it, right?
Got to take the ball right to the basket. You're fading away shots.
Ruffin penetrates. Oh, a beautiful move by Trevor Ruffin.
Gets his first basket. Outstanding play.
1-point lead, Bulls. Timeout, Chicago. And a well-deserved ovation for the 76ers. Watch the move by Stackhouse here. Philadelphia back to within 1.
Circuit breakers. Check. Window heat. On. Take off warning horn. Check. Parking brake. Set. Radio's radar and transponder. Set and standing by. Sunscreen. SPF 15. That's a check.
Southwest Airlines is going to Florida with low fares on every seat, every flight, every day. Florida has never been closer.
Cool shades. On.
Now get the best seat in any house. The Miller Lite Super Bowl 30 inflatable chair. To get yours, look for details where you see this display. Only from Miller Lite, official sponsor of Super Bowl 30. Life is good.
The GMC Sierra. This year, it has even more power, and it's always been known for strength. And of course, style. But we still felt the need for a little something on the side. The convenient new third door. Another first on Sierra from GMC.
Wayne Larrivee, Johnny, Red Kerr back at the Spectrum in Philadelphia. Hey, get your copy of And Now Your Chicago Bulls. Relive the past 30 years through the 240-page book featuring past and present players and coaches. Available at any bookstore, at Fandemonium, or call 1-800-935-7799. Luc Longley went to the bench. He was getting chewed out. Yeah. Maybe this is why.
Phil wants him to take the ball straight to the basket hard. Never mind the fadeaway shot. There's nobody there for the rebounding. He got good position. Now Michael comes in.
Michael with 19 points as we're back live, and the Bulls lead by 3. 4 minutes to go, first half. Pippen back into the game for the Bulls. Sloppy sequence here for the Sixers, who try to assemble offensively. Stackhouse jumped at now by Pippen. Stackhouse lost his footing, didn't get the shot off in time. Pippen blocked it from behind anyway. Shot clock violation against Philadelphia.
Yeah, it was a nice attempt to get the shot up by Weatherspoon, but he slipped on the floor. Pip tells Lucas, go sit down.
Chicago just 5 of 18 from the floor here in the second quarter. Jordan over Stackhouse. Alston the rebound. Trevor Ruffin. Alston on the drive. Scored and a foul.
That was a chance for Dickey Simpkins to take the foul or get the block. He runs out of the way, actually, and lets the rookie get the basket. Watch this. He's on the side. He goes over on the side.
And he picks up the foul nonetheless.
Gotta be assertive.
Knocked out of bounds. Last touch by the 76ers. It'll belong to the Bulls. Pippen got hit in the face on that play. Kerr and Pippen, along with Jordan on the floor for the Bulls. Simpkins and Longley up front.
Bulls haven't trailed here for a long time, but they certainly have given them a chance to.
Longley lost it. Jordan saved it to Pippen. Now Michael loses Stackhouse into the front row and then cans the jumper. 21 for Jordan. Boy, the rookie went flying over Jordan that time.
Luke with two-hand push on Thompson. He really just pushed him out on the screen. That's a third one on Luke. There's the shot from the corner you're talking about.
Oh, man. I'll lose this guy.
Well, what he did was make Michael step inside the three-point area, so it was not a bad play. LaSalle Thompson to shoot a couple free throws here with 2:50 left in the second quarter.
Was a #1 draft choice of Joe Axelson, Cotton Fitzsimmons, and the Kansas City Kings back in 1982. LaSalle Thompson. Longley leaves, and Rodman is back on for the Bulls. This is what's tough for Dennis, is to come in off a long layoff, Red, and then get back into the game. 34 years old. It's hard to get the body going again after it's been warmed up and then cooled off. Rodman batting at the rebound. Pippen knocked it out of bounds. Away from Derrick Alston. Bill Jackson pondering things on the bench. The Bulls lead is 2. Sixers trying to tie on this possession. Trevor Ruffin watched by Steve Kerr.
If they go down to Weatherspoon, one-on-one.
Weatherspoon being guarded now by Rodman. Ruffin off the mark, and the rebound Pippen. Michael Again picked up by Stackhouse. Michael with 10 to go on the shot clock. Nicely done.
Man, he gave him that lightning fake and dropped in. He's got his number 23. He's 6 points away from 23,000 points.
Weatherspoon left it short. Jordan the rebound. Had 14 the other night against Seattle. Steve Kerr. Oh, Pip, nice drop for Michael, and he was fouled, taken down by LaSalle Thompson. That would have been a spectacular slam.
That was one everybody in this building wanted to see, except LaSalle Thompson. He wants the ball, he wants the ball, he goes back door on the rookie, and Pip just drops it down for him. LaSalle Thompson comes in, and he just is all over Mike. So this is Michael's first trip to the free throw line tonight.
Except for the technical foul. His first official
right.
As a result of a foul. Right. He did shoot one technical foul shot. Now he's closing in on that 23,000 in his career. So again, the Spectrum is the site of a milestone game for Jordan. 25 for Michael. I think he's trying to get this milestone out of the way in the first half.
Be nice.
Weatherspoon again down on the block against Dickey Simpkins, and a lot of help coming and flailing arms, and we got a foul coming up.
No, it was blocked by the Bulls, and it hit the clock, I believe.
Apparently that's what they're ruling. You're right. You're right. Sharone Wright comes back into the game for the Sixers. Here's what's on tap: the Bulls and Bullets. Monday afternoon, U.S. Air Arena, Landover, Maryland. Noon start Central Time. Martin Luther King holiday. Hope you're with us. Weatherspoon.
Dickey on the hand.
Simpkins is second. Team is over the limit. So with 1:31 to go in the first half, Weatherspoon will head to the line. Dickey not happy with the call. His second personal, as I mentioned.
Dickey likes to play out in this area. Of course, he played at Providence. Had a chance to see him out here in the East. Well, we came into this place. This has been as much snow that I have seen in Philadelphia
ever. Yeah.
They will be talking about the winter of '96.
Absolutely. You know, this is a town, obviously, you know that this town dates back to colonial days. A lot of the streets are those small little, you know, carriage streets that they had back in the colonial times. There's nowhere to put the snow. There's not even a way of getting it out.
I wish that today they would have, everybody would have been driving a van so they could see over those
snow drifts.
Snow drifts. Everybody's driving those small cars today. You can't see anybody.
Derrick Alston, second personal.
Toni will stroll to the line here as we got 117.
Yeah, you know, those little narrow streets here in Philadelphia, very hard to get the snow off of those. And then even when they do, they started putting the excess snow into the Delaware River, and that just blocked up the river, formed a dam, and they had some flooding. So it's really a problem. Now all they can do now is hope it melts here. Kukoc hits the second of his free throws.
Bulls put a lot of pressure on.
Pressure on here. Bulls lead by 6. Ruffin.
Double.
Yeah, he did double it. Finds Weatherspoon for the jam.
Boy, it sure did look like he double dribbled it.
16 for Weatherspoon. Ruffin did a good job if he did double dribble, getting away with it. Breaking the pressure and finding Weatherspoon for the jam. Wennington had time to load that one. Ruffin on the run. Alston on the drive. Pippen to Jordan. Sensational defensive play. Michael for 3.
Oh, what an exclamation point. Pip with the block. The man with the 3. He's got 28. 1 point less that he needs to get 23,000 in the NBA.
7-point lead Chicago. Trevor Ruffin. The Sixers have 10 to go on the shot clock. Off a screen by Sharone Wright. Gets the lane. Good move by Trevor Ruffin. Here comes Pippen right back for the Bulls. Stackhouse on the block. Collected by Kukoc. Fouled by Derrick Alston.
Alston gets his 3rd foul.
A frantic finish to this first half of play.
There's the lay-in by Ruffin, and then they fire it on down the other end of the court. Rodman takes it to Pippen. Pippen goes on in, but he gets his shot blocked by Stackhouse. And then Toni goes in and picks up the foul by Derrick Alston.
Toni now has 7 points.
Look at this.
Take a look at this defensive play here.
Pip's block on Stackhouse. Stackhouse going in with the left hand, and then Michael came down with the play afterwards and drilled a 3, and Toni now hits 2 free throws. He's got 8 points in this quarter. You got 10 seconds left.
No shot clock. Time left in the right-hand corner of your screen. Stackhouse posting Jordan. Rodman, the last rebound of the first half, and Pippen's shot from center court is short. So we have reached halftime with the score. Michael Jordan limps off with 28 points as he heads to the locker room. And he has led the Chicago Bulls to a 7-point, 54-47 advantage of the half. Coming up after this station break, Rich King in the WGN Sports Halftime Report.
Next on WGN News, salt-covered cars await a washing after Mother Nature gives us a taste of warmer weather. Tonight, we're having fun at the car wash. And youngsters get behind the wheels, and we're not talking highway. We're taking a ride in the sky with Young Eagles. I'm Robert Jordan. Join us for that right after the game.
Go ahead. Make my day.
What? He's tough, intense, relentless.
Stop!
Clint Eastwood. In movie after movie, he takes the law into his own very capable hands. And now you can watch his best movies anytime you want with Time Life Video's totally uncut, completely unedited Clint Eastwood collection. It's classic Clint, hard as flint.
What did you say? I said stick it in your...
You're a walking combat zone. People have a nasty habit of getting dead around you.
Man's got to know his limitations.
Call this number now for your first video. Eastwood's Oscar-winning masterpiece, Unforgiven. The special price is only $9.99.
I killed just about everything that walks or crawled at one time or another. And I'm here to kill you, little Bill.
And if you order by credit card right now, we'll send you the ultimate bonus video, Dirty Harry, absolutely free. Get the best of Eastwood's entire career, from its spaghetti western beginnings through Harry Callahan to his current directorial triumphs. A new video about every month and no club to join. Call right now and get it the easy way. He got it the hard way.
I think I love you.
There's nothing wrong with that. With all due respect, sir, you're beginning to bore the hell out of me. You could ask yourself a question. Do I feel lucky? Well, do you, punk?
Remember, your collection starts with Unforgiven, specially priced. And you get Dirty Harry free when you use your credit card.
Marvelous.
To order your Clint Eastwood Unforgiven video, call 1-800-544-8882. That's 1-800-544-8882. Use your credit card to receive Dirty Harry free. Or send $9.99 plus $3.49 shipping and handling to Clint Eastwood, Department 3, Richmond, Virginia, 23280.
This copyrighted broadcast of the National Basketball Association may not be retransmitted, reproduced, or rebroadcast without the express written consent of the NBA.
The story at the half out in the snowy East. The Bulls trying for their 7th win in a row, leading the Philadelphia 76ers at the Spectrum. Hello again, everybody. Welcome to our halftime report here on WGN TV. I am Rich King. You know, a lot has been made about the Bulls' perfect home record this year, and justifiably so. But when you look at their mark on the road, it's equally impressive. Right now, they are 11-3 as they rest during intermission there at the Spectrum. Let's hit the first half highlights from this game. The Bulls jumping out the gate quickly, taking the lead in this one as Ron Harper on the break here will get the jam to go down right there. Bulls in control. Watch this great play. Michael Jordan, no look behind the back. Unbelievable. Scottie Pippen, he's wide open for the jam. Typical from those two guys. As for Michael scoring, well, how about 3-pointers? 2 in a row. 15 points for the first quarter alone for Michael. Michael hitting his 6 of his first 8 shots in the quarter as the Bulls jumped out to a big lead. There's Michael again pulling up for the 3. Again, they lead 54-47 at the half. Elsewhere, Kevin Garnett was sitting it out with a hand injury today as he watched his teammates lose to Indiana. Reggie Miller with a big 3 here. Miller had 26 points to pace the Pacers in this one. Indiana showed some great passing also in this game in the lane. Mark Jackson to Dale Davis for the big windmill jam. Jackson likes what he saw there. Later on, more razzle-dazzle by the Pacers. Rick Smits will get this one to drop. The Pacers win 103-96, and that lady in the stands you'll see is a Wolves fan, no doubt. There's the final 103-96. Pacers. Miller had 26 points in that game. They've won 8 of 10. Wolves have lost 5 in a row. Elsewhere, the Bulls' next opponent is the Bullets, and they are playing tonight in Toronto. The Kings are on a 3-game skid as they play the Knicks in the Garden tonight, and Detroit is battling New Jersey. Wrapping up the early games, Boston is playing in Atlanta, Charlotte at Dallas, and the Magic with Horace Grant and Shaquille O'Neal both banged up. A tough road game tonight in San Antonio. And so much for the early games in the NBA. We come back and look at the usual barrage of college basketball games, including Illinois taking on Indiana tonight.
Chicago Bulls basketball is brought to you by cold-filtered Miller Genuine Draft, making the world a very cool place. Your local Ford dealer. See 5 of the 10 best-selling vehicles in America at your local Ford dealer today. The Illinois Lottery. Have some fun. Play the lottery. And by Southwest Airlines, the official airline of WGN-TV Sports. Fly Southwest, the low-fare airline.
And welcome back to our halftime report, where we now swing around the college basketball circuit tonight, beginning in Champaign, where the Fighting Illini are looking for their first conference win. Lou Henson 0-3 in the Big Ten, but Bryant Notary will get down for a score here early against the Indiana Hoosiers down there in Champaign. Next up, though, the Hoosiers come back. Neil Reed, he will drive the lane here, and he will get the hoop to drop and also get the foul. Indiana 2-1 in conference play so far. Later in the half, Jerry G comes up strong as he gets the rebound here for the Fighting Illini, but they trailed 27-25 late in the first half at the Assembly Hall. DePaul came up with a bummer at home at the Horizon today, even though Bryant Bowden gets the jam down here in the first half. This game belonged to Southern Mississippi. They were hot. Kelly McCarty catching fire from the three-point range in the second half. He had 21 points. DePaul losing it 82-67. The Demons have lost 4 in a row. They're 7-7 for the year. Notre Dame got a good effort from Pat Garrity against Pittsburgh today. Garrity strong, goes after it again and gets it down to drop against the Panthers. But Jerry McCullough goes long range for a three-point bomb here for Pittsburgh, which wins by 10, 75-65 over the Fighting Irish. Penn State got a scare in Evanston, but it wins to remain unbeaten for the season tonight. More on that after the game, I should say. Iowa lost to Wisconsin. The Badgers now with wins over Iowa and Michigan, and Michigan buried Michigan State this afternoon also in the Big Ten. Chad Austin had 24. The Boilers win over Minnesota, and the Huskies' 9-game winning streak is over at the hands of the UIC Flames. On to football, where the Shriners had a good time as usual. The East-West Shrine game in Palo Alto, California. Damon Ewert to TCU's Andre Davis for a 10-yard score here. Davis had a pair of touchdowns, paid the price right there, though. Tommy Frazier also looked good in this game. He scores on a 5-yard run here. The West victorious over the East, 34-18. That's our halftime report here. We'll have more, of course, after the game. Back to the Bulls and 76ers in just a few minutes.
Back at the Core State Spectrum in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Wayne Larrivee along with Johnny Red Kerr. Good to have you with us on a Saturday night Bulls basketball. And my goodness, we did see some spectacular things happen in that first half of play.
We did, and you know, our highlights normally include Michael. We're going to take a good look at this one tonight. Take a look at his 3 shots here in the first quarter. He makes a long shot over the rookie Stackhouse, and then he comes up over Vernon Maxwell and nails a shot, and then he'll get a little skip pass over the top from Dennis Rodman. He buries another one on Maxwell. Michael's shooting in the first quarter was really something. 15 points. He was 6 of 9 from the field. Now, Weatherspoon had a very nice game here, too, Clarence Weatherspoon. He got the ball. He gets the ball off the rim, and he's going to go back up strong with it, flip it over the top, and in. Now, one of the most sensational plays that Wayne and I have seen. Watch this. Stackhouse goes in. Pippen slams the ball. Michael takes it on down. He's got a 3-on-2. He pulls up for a 3-point field goal, and boy, this place exploded.
Take a look at the numbers in this first half of play, with the Bulls leading 54-47. Sixers shooting very well. This is a team that came in hitting just 44% of its shots. But three-point field goals have been in favor of the Bulls in this ball game. Vernon Maxwell off to an 0-for-5 start from the field. Montgomery Ward leading scorers in the contest here tonight for the Bulls. Michael Jordan, 11 of 17 from the field. Scottie Pippen, all 8 of those points coming in the first quarter. He's 3 of 12 from the field. Weatherspoon, as Johnny mentioned, had a nice first half. 6 of 9 from the field, 16 points. There is Michael Jordan. He was limping coming off the court, you know, at the end of the first half. He checks with Chip Schaefer, the team trainer. Apparently everything under control, and I would imagine he's going to be all right to go here in the second half.
John Paxton standing behind him. Pax was the guy that scouted this team out, came ahead here, and was wondering if the team was going to make it in because it was snowbound here. A couple flights canceled yesterday.
John has been here all week.
They were kidding him, saying they sent him ahead to scout the weather.
You know, let's take a look at the 4 upcoming games for the Bulls. And Monday game in Washington, Monday afternoon game now, Martin Luther King holiday, and we'll have it for you on WGN. Bulls are right back home Tuesday night against the 76ers. Travel to Toronto in a game you'll see on WGN on the 18th, and then Sunday over to Detroit to take on the Detroit Pistons in Grant Hill.
The Bulls had a 9-point lead after one, 29-20. Well, you know, Sixers outscored them in that second quarter, 27-25.
You were talking about the weather, Red. Luc Longley and the Arizona college basketball team, Arizona Wildcats, 18th ranked in the nation, were to play St. Joseph's tonight at the Palestra here in Philadelphia. Well, yesterday, Arizona phoned and said, we're not coming in. The weather looks too iffy for us to come in. We're not coming in. And they just flat out canceled the game.
Oh, boy.
You feel for those St. Joe's people who are probably really jacked up about it. Arizona, Luc Longley, a big team coming in, and they don't show up to play.
A lot of dollars lost there.
Start of the second half, third quarter. Blocked by Pippen is a foul as he knocked it away from Sharone Wright. First on Scottie, first on the team.
Wright will go to the line. So they come right back out. They had good success going to Wright in that first quarter. He got 7 points, made 3 field goals, had a free throw. Now he's got a couple free throws here.
You know, in the last 2 games, as he reaches 10 points here tonight, the last 2 games prior to this one, he had totaled just 12 points and 10 rebounds. But this is a guy, you know, who strained his right rotator cuff up in Jersey last night, played through some pain there, and is playing again here tonight. 11 points for Sharone Wright. Bulls by 5, early going third quarter. Michael, the fade on Stackhouse. Sharone Wright the rebound over Rodman. Trevor Ruffin brings it across. Ruffin and Stackhouse the backcourt combination. Wright, Weatherspoon, and Alston up front for the 76ers. The Bulls counter with Harper and Jordan, Longley, Pippen, and Rodman. Sharone Wright double down from Pippen. Alston takes it out of there. 3 to go on the shot clock. Alston to the glass.
Alston's first basket of the night. Now they open up at a 4-0 run here against the Bulls.
Alston coming off a career night last night with 23 points at the Meadowlands. Scottie Pippen. Heel of the rim. Sharone Wright, the rebound, was poked in the eye.
Rodman picks the foul up. That'll be his third.
Personal foul, Dennis Rodman, his third personal foul, team
second team foul. Let's see if we can pick it up here.
Long rebound off the back of the iron. Wright's got it, and
just an inadvertent. He was just trying to slap it away, slap the ball away.
Well, good start for the Sixers here. We'll see this team. You know, we haven't seen them in the first 32 games, and all of a sudden we see them 2 out of 3.
Stackhouse over Harper, left it short. Rodman the feed for Jordan.
He got hit on a play, but it's going to count. Michael goes over to 23,000 point mark. He's got 23,001 at this count.
56-51 Bulls on top. Trevor Ruffin watched by Jordan.
He'll have a lot more before.
Yes. Pippen deflected that out of bounds. We have seen some spectacular slams, some spectacular deflections and blocks in this game here tonight, if nothing else. 9 to go on the shot clock for the Sixers. Ruffin for 3.
Yeah, right there. He just ups and cranks it, knocks it down.
45% shooter from the arc, Trevor Ruffin. Sixers trail by just 2. Jordan finds Harper for 3, and a rare tray for Ron Harper. 5 for Harp. 5 points the lead for the Bulls. Stackhouse off the weave. Nice move down the lane. Couldn't finish. Rodman's got the rebound. Scottie Pippen for 3. Ring it up.
2 threes. Bang, bang. And Lucas says, I need a timeout.
Timeout, Philadelphia. The Bulls with 6 unanswered points have stretched the advantage with 9:22 left to go. Third quarter, Chicago 62, Philadelphia 54.
Sunday is a special full hour of Unhappily. Once upon a time, there was the nuclear family.
Can we go now? Yes, please.
A caring wife.
Blah, 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 blah.
A supportive father.
You just may turn out to be mediocre yet.
The perfect children.
Where did they learn to be such pigs?
And of course, the money.
Am I really the softest fur you ever felt?
Sadly, yes.
And they all lived unhappily ever after. A special full hour. Sunday night at 8 on WGN Channel 9.
So what'd you get?
99-cent Whopper.
Now, why can't you just say you got a Whopper? Why do you have to tell me how much you paid for it?
It's a good deal, man. Look at the size of this. It tastes good, and I get it fixed my way, too, all for 99 cents.
Get your burger's worth with a tasty flame-broiled Whopper for just 99 cents, but only for a limited time.
Now, how would it sound if I said this shirt only cost me $5?
It'd sound like you overpaid.
You think I overpaid?
The 99-cent Whopper at Burger King. Get your burger's worth.
Miller Genuine Draft. America's cold filtered beer. As cold as they come, as smooth as it gets. A beer uniquely cold filtered for maximum refreshment and a quality all its own. Miller Genuine Draft. For those who've discovered its smooth draft taste, the world is a very cool place.
On Wednesday, January 24th, Bulls battle the Vancouver Grizzlies. It's Nabisco Jewel Basketball Card Night. First 10,000 fans entering the United Center will receive a Bulls basketball card, compliments of Nabisco Jewel.
Now here's a shot that Stackhouse misses. Looks like Harp gets a piece of it. Rodman gets the ball. He's going to fire it all the way down. Michael gets the ball, takes it in, and that's 23,001.
Another milestone for Jordan at the Spectrum. Trevor Ruffin sets it up for Philadelphia.
Mike steals.
Jordan to Pippen.
Pip was 0 for 7 before he hit that 3.
Michael, good move around Ruffin. He was fouled. Sharone Wright came over to help out, but it was Derrick Alston who was also helping that picks up the foul. 4 on Derrick Alston. First on the team here in the third quarter.
Michael's got his leading average, I might also inform you, with 30 points.
He's been over 30 points now in 5 of the last 6 games. And shooting over 50% in each of his last 5 games. And he's shooting well here tonight. 32 for Jordan.
Well, there's 8:54 left. Could be big numbers for Mike.
He's 12 and 19 from the field here tonight, John. Bulls leading by 10. Alston out high. Watch out. Almost traveled, and now he does.
He did. He did. He picked the right foot up. He pivoted, and then he picked that left one up. Uh-oh, look at this.
Jordan was ahead of the field. How'd that happen?
They weren't ready. Pip just fired it on down to him.
34. John Lucas' team looking very disorganized, especially on the defensive end right now. 12-point advantage for the Bulls. Sharone Wright has it knocked away by Harper. Every time a big guy, 6'11", puts the ball on the floor, a little guy's going to grab it. Pippen for three and ring it.
Man, Pip, there's something about the third quarter. He had 3 threes the other night. He was 5 for 9, and he put 3 back-to-back threes in. He does it again here. He's got 14.
This now is the biggest lead for the Bulls. 15 points.
After the Bulls let him get to 1.
Yeah, exactly. You get the idea they're kind of toying with him. Ruffin to the right hand. Nicely done on the drive. Trevor with 9 points in the game. Luc Longley. Scottie Pippen to Ron Harper. Tees up a 3. Rodman the rebound. Oh, nice look to Luc Longley.
Whoa, okay. A little long for Mike. Not that one, though. The 3 was a little long. It started 36, and he is on a roll, and they sense it here in the Spectrum. They've seen Dr. J put on some great performances, these fans, and they know when something special is happening.
These are good basketball fans in this part of the country, Philadelphia. 7 minutes to go, third quarter. Jordan almost had a pick there. Ruffin short on the 3. Alston knocked it out of bounds, but apparently it was last touched by the Bulls. Perhaps Ron Harper or Dennis Rodman. Both were slapping at it.
Mad Max now.
Vernon Maxwell in for Derrick Alston. Bulls have really opened up some room between themselves and the Sixers with the run they've been on here in the last 3 minutes or so. Sharone Wright. Rodman cleaning the boards now. Excellent position for the rebound on Weatherspoon. Wright knocked out the interior feed to Longley. Michael over Maxwell. He was pushed.
Yep. Little foul by Vernon Maxwell.
First on Vernon, second on the team. Let's pause here for station identification.
This is America's #1 sports station, WGN-TV, Chicago.
Michael Jordan to the free throw line. He is perfect tonight, 5 for 5. 83% free throw shooter coming in. For Jordan. 73-56 Bulls. Another big third quarter by this Bulls team. Trevor Ruffin at the arc for 3. 12 for Ruffin. Luc Longley leaves for Pippen. Scottie gets the step on Stackhouse in the jam.
Oh, they're wearing the rook out tonight, aren't they?
They sure are. Doing a number on him. On the defensive end, Stackhouse is getting tattooed. He's made a couple of nice moves offensively. Sharone Wright in close against Luc Longley. 13 for Sharone. 75-61. Longley off the feed from Scottie Pippen. (77-61). Trevor Ruffin. Dennis Rodman out of the backcourt. Pippen. Rodman!
Oh, yes. Look at the crowd on their feet. They love it. A rebound by Rodman to Scottie. A hammer down the pipe.
The Bulls putting the hammer to John Lucas and the Philadelphia 76ers. 5:22 to go here in the third. Scottie Pippen with the jam, and it's 79-61 Bulls.
Right now, Southwest Airlines has Gotta Go fares starting at just $19 one way on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays. It's such a good deal. People everywhere see it as the perfect opportunity to get away. But if you want Gotta Go fares to be your big break, you'd better hurry. Gotta Go fares from $19 only on Southwest, the low-fare airline.
Miller Genuine Draft. America's cold filtered beer. As cold as they come, as smooth as it gets. A beer uniquely cold filtered for maximum refreshment and a quality all its own. Miller Genuine Draft. For those who've discovered its smooth draft taste, the world is a very cool place.
Up here. Hi, Martin Mull. I'm inside Ed Klein's dream. Ed's having a vivid dream about money because he's taking advantage of Red Roof Inn's dream rates. I think his subconscious is overjoyed about all the money he's saving. Am I right, Ed? That was a yes.
Red Roof Inn's dream rates are available for a limited time. For reservations, call 1-800-THE-ROOF.
I hate to tell him his alarm's about to go off.
Wayne Larrivee, Johnny, Red Kerr. The Bulls have been fast breaking here in this third quarter. Scottie Pippen gets baseline on the rookie Jerry Stackhouse there. And then it's Rodman to Pippen. And Dennis, the hammer. He started it and he finished that break. Bulls leading 79-61. Maxwell for three. He is yet to score here tonight. Actually, he has 2 points, 2 free throws, but he is 0 from the floor.
Dennis went no rebounds in the first quarter. Fade away by Michael. Yes, sir. Something special tonight. He's got 40. Dennis went from no rebounds to 13 now.
And Michael Jordan, 15 of 22 from the floor.
Offensive foul.
Offensive foul on the screen set by Thompson. LaSalle Thompson picks it up.
Now Stackhouse is on the floor down there.
Second personal on LaSalle Thompson. Stackhouse helped up off the floor. He's all right. He'll continue. Bulls basketball. The Bulls in this third quarter really red hot from the field, and much of it coming on breaks. You know, Red, if you go back to last season at this stage of the year, the lob for Harper off the mark and stolen by Weatherspoon. Knocked out of bounds by Pippen.
Foul by Pip, I think, too. Yep. His second. So the team's third foul, so they'll put it in bounds just over the half-court mark.
Last year at this time, Red, we were wondering why Phil Jackson's team couldn't get it done in the third quarter. The third period was the big struggle point for the Chicago Bulls, who at that time did not have Michael Jordan, did not have Dennis Rodman. But this ball club this year has put teams away in the third quarter, or gone very close to doing that. Nice play there by Clarence Weatherspoon in his first 2 points of the third quarter. Pippen on the interior feed to Harper, and he was shoved.
Personal foul, Trevor Ruffin is first.
Trevor Ruffin's first personal.
You know, you talk about the third quarter. You're right. Last year it bugged them. The only time it's bugged them this year is in Seattle when the Bulls had that big lead and come out and only got 11 points in that third quarter. But they've been able to handle it pretty well.
But you know, in that fourth quarter, they missed what, 11 free throws in the fourth quarter at Seattle, or thereabouts?
There's the dunk you were looking for. Michael around the horn to Harp, inside to Luc Longley.
He has 6, and the Bulls lead by 20.
John Higgins in the game now.
Mad Max, his first field goal of the night. Vernon Maxwell has 4. 1 for 7 from the field for Maxwell. Jordan for 3. Ring it up.
Oh, golly whiz. 43. Remember, he opened up against Charlotte with 45, wasn't it?
Yep. And they needed every one of them that opening night. Yep. Weatherspoon. Longley the rebound. Harper on the run. Pippen wants the lob. Harper to the bucket.
Bulls just running at will, just wearing him out here.
The Sixers on the second half of a back-to-back, as we mentioned earlier. And what we've seen in a lot of cases, teams on the second half of a back-to-back usually run out of gas in the third quarter. Maxwell off the mark there. Longley claims the rebound. Big third quarter for the Bulls.
They wanted to give Dennis the 3 that time.
Luke from the outside. Michael Jordan.
Illegal defense.
Illegal defense against the Sixers.
Take a look at Ron Harper on the break.
Wide open. Luc just has to control it and hammer it down.
Pippen inbounds here. There's Ron Harper playing a good floor game here tonight. Scottie finds Harp for the pull-up.
Oh, man.
9 for Harper. Jordan has 43. Pippen has 16. Harper has 9. And Kukoc has 8.
The finely tuned machine is rolling, and they turn it over again, and goes off of Higgins' hand as Harp comes out to steal the ball.
Season high is 45 for Jordan against Milwaukee. He should get that and then some here tonight. 2.5 to go. Third quarter. Bulls have already reached 90. Michael.
Oh, 45 big boys. He's running me out of room again. He hasn't got 50 this year yet, you know.
That is well within range here, Red.
I mean, it seems like every year we do his games, we see that happen.
Higgins off the mark. Luc Longley to Ron Harper. Dennis Rodman looking for Longley. Pippen off a screen to the right hand.
What a show the Bulls are putting on here. 18 for Pip. 10 in this quarter, and wow.
Impressive. And that is absolutely impressive the way the Bulls have come out here in this third quarter. 94-65, a minute 53 to go in the third.
Set match.
We haven't seen the big dog get here. Big guy get 50 in a long time.
He feels like an outcast. He gets his friends in trouble. He has trouble at home. He has trouble in school. He runs away from it all and finds out his troubles are just beginning. Sound like your life? It's amazing what you'll find when you read a book.
I was a superstar when I led the Chicago Bulls in scoring in the 1970s, but when I wasn't playing basketball, I stuttered so badly that no one would talk to me. Today, there's help and hope for the 3 million Americans who stutter. The National Stuttering Project has helped thousands meet the challenge of stuttering and has local support groups nationwide. If you stutter, you're not alone. The National Stuttering Project can help you help yourself.
Chicago Bulls have capped season ticket sales at 15,000 seats and have started a priority number waiting list for seats that may become available in the future. To add your name to the season ticket waiting list, call 312-455-4000. Michael Jordan, a season high, tying 45 points thus far.
Watch this. Mad Max is going to go in. Luc Longley, give him a shot in the back, frees Michael up, and there's 44 and 45.
Didn't look like Luc even felt that little tap there on the back. A little love tap from Vernon Maxwell. Greg Sutton back into the game now for Philadelphia, along with Derrick Alston. Sutton, Alston, LaSalle Thompson, Weatherspoon, and Jerry Stackhouse in the game for the Sixers. Under 2 minutes to go in the third. Harper almost had a pick.
Look at this. Maxwell's leaving, walking to the locker room. He's walking down the tunnel and out.
Right back. Harper missed on the jam attempt. Here comes Stackhouse. Greg Sutton sets it up. Stackhouse for three. Left it short. Rodman
bullet to Mike.
Jordan on the reverse.
Oh, Bulls missed 2 shots down here.
Stackhouse. Here's Weatherspoon, blocked by Longley. Jordan to Pippen, Harper on his left. Nicely done.
That's the most points the Bulls have scored in a quarter now. 40 was their high against Charlotte. They hit 42.
96-68 Chicago.
And I saw Vernon Maxwell go to the locker room, had his shirt out of the pants, and just strolled across the floor during a fast break.
Weatherspoon on the block against Rodman. Help from Harper, who kicks it. Longley's defense here triggers a break for the Bulls.
He just slaps it away with the left hand. Michael fires it out to Scottie. Scottie takes the ball, gives it to Harp. Harp goes up with the hammer.
Little no look there from Scottie Pippen. Coming up on 30 seconds to go.
Pip's got 9 assists.
Thompson with the screen held Jordan away. Sutton couldn't finish. Alston blocks it right back to Longley.
They'll take one shot here.
So 1 second difference, shot clock to game clock. That's the game clock in the right-hand corner of your screen. Pippen on the turn off the glass. Rodman the rebound. Dennis for 3. Pippen, and
they got a foul. Yes, sir.
In the final second of this quarter. Pippen will go to the line.
That looked like, what, 40?
LaSalle Thompson picks up his 3rd.
Rodman kept the ball alive. He threw it into Scottie. He sort of slung it over his shoulder. He knew the clock was going off. Look at Dennis. He gets it out. He decides to take a shot for himself outside the 3. He hasn't hit one for the Bulls this year, but Scottie gets the ball, fires it up, knocks in a free throw.
Pippen makes good on his first at the line. He'll have another. 97 points. 4/10 of a second to go in the 3rd quarter. Make it 98 for the Bulls. 20 for Pippen now. Sutton's shot from 3/4 court is short.
What a performance by the Bulls. Lead by 30.
44 for the Bulls in the 3rd quarter, and they have taken command here at the Spectrum in Philly. 98-65.
They're brothers.
Peace be with you, Brother Simon.
Live long and prosper, Brother Carl.
Working as a team. Now, what's our plan? Lie like crazy.
In matters of love, huh?
Put that away. War?
We're gonna die.
No, we're not gonna die. We're gonna run.
And gardening.
You've been gnawing on my chia pet?
Brothers forever.
Friends, most of the time.
Simon.
Sunday night at 6:30 on WGN.
2 all beef patties, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions on a sesame seed bun.
2 all beef patties, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions on a sesame seed bun.
2 all beef patties, special
sauce, lettuce, cheese,
pickles, onions
on a sesame seed bun.
3 of them, take a big fat break.
Have you had your break?
At McDonald's, have you had your break? Let's eat.
When I got rid of my gray hair, I wanted a natural look, so I didn't take any chances. I used the sure thing for a natural look called Just for Men.
Apply Just for Men, and in 5 minutes, rinse. It's specially timed to blend away gray, bring back your natural look, and condition hair.
It's a sure thing.
Just for Men, the sure thing for a natural look. And now try Just for Men Color Gel for the hard-to-color hair of mustaches and beards. Brush in, rinse out. Just 5 minutes.
In the world of credit cards, the traffic is getting pretty heavy, and it's easy to get confused by all the complicated new card offers and restrictions. But people who know where they're going use one card, Discover Card, with the Cashback Bonus Award, the Smart Rate Program, and no annual fee. For a positive impact on your finances, use the Discover Card. It pays to discover, the card that pays you back. Use it where you see the Novus sign.
Write down the Bulls' high score, his point total, and the date of tonight's game, and send it on a postcard to WGN. You could win round-trip tickets on Southwest Airlines, the low-fare airline.
Miller Lite scoreboard. Indiana defeats Minnesota. Hey, Toronto upset Washington tonight. Washington had been playing very good basketball of late. Sacramento leads New York in the 3rd. Kings are on a rough road trip through the East. Detroit has the advantage on New Jersey in the 3rd. Boston trailing Atlanta in the 4th. And Charlotte leads Dallas in the 2nd. San Antonio on top in its game. Portland and Denver a later start. Start of the 4th quarter now for the Chicago Bulls. Michael Jordan remains on the floor for the Bulls. Off the feed from Kukoc. And LaSalle Thompson, good position for the rebound. Philadelphia 76ers trailing by 30 here at the outset of the 4th quarter. Wright picked up by Simpkins. Higgins for three. Jordan the rebound. Steve Kerr. Kerr has been quiet here tonight. It's not like the Bulls have missed his offense, though.
Right.
I mean, really. Jordan trying to shake loose. 7 to go on the shot clock for the Bulls. Michael finds Wennington wide open. Stackhouse saves the rebound. Nicely done to Sutton. Opening minute of the fourth. Sharone Wright. Kind of herky-jerk action there. Kerr got hit on the rebound. Jordan comes away to Dickey Simpkins.
That's Michael's 10th rebound. Now he's been in double 2 days in a row. And there's Steve Kerr with a shot that was in and came out.
Greg Sutton in transition. Sean Higgins just inside the arc for 2. 7 for Higgins. And it's a 28-point lead for the Bulls.
I think Phil's going to give Michael a real quick shot at maybe getting 50, and that'll be it.
I don't think Michael will play much past the 7-minute mark of the fourth. Simpkins to Kukoc.
5 seconds for Tony up with a long J.
Short. Left it woefully short. Thompson the rebound.
So the Bulls go dry for the first 2 minutes of the fourth quarter.
After putting 44 on the board in the third, outscored the Sixers 44-21. Wright in close against Simpkins. Kukoc the rebound. Tony scored.
Bulls put on a fast break clinic, you know, that third quarter.
They sure did.
Mike,
Jordan for 3.
What do you got? Nope. Dickey's active now, isn't he? All over the place.
I just saw him barrel out of bounds, and now all of a sudden he's got an offensive rebound out near the foul line. Jordan again at the arc.
Yep, there's a 3.
48 for Michael. The Bulls over the century mark. 31-point advantage. Biggest lead of the night. Stackhouse. Tough move there, didn't get the roll. Sharone Wright puts it back. Yes, to the foul.
That's what you do when you get that ball and can jump up and hammer it down. Sharone Wright with a great shot. All right, let's take a look at what happened in the third quarter here. Stackhouse takes a shot from the outside. He makes it. You look at the bottom right of your screen, and you'll see Vernon Maxwell exiting the arena. See him going through the crowd and into the tunnel. He has been sent to the doghouse, the woodshed, or whatever you choose.
Either that or he's injured.
He's not sent to the penthouse, I'll tell you that.
No, there's no penthouse involved in this night for the Sixers. 16 for Sharone Wright. Philadelphia won by 27 points up in New Jersey last night, 107-80. But what a difference a night and an opponent makes in this league.
Randy Brown in for MJ now.
I think Michael's going to level out at 48 points, don't you?
Could be.
LaSalle Thompson denied the interior feed to Wennington, and Randy Brown gets it back. Here's Toni Kukoc. The waiter serves it up for Dickey Simpkins. First 2 points for Dickey. And again, the Bulls lead is 30. Stackhouse to the hole.
Having a tough go at it.
He really is. Jerry Stackhouse is flat out struggling here tonight. 4 for 11 from the field. Randy Brown, Kukoc to the arc for 2. Thompson the rebound.
Tony's long distance shot has been on vacation.
Yes, an extended vacation.
Yep.
Higgins connecting, or make that Sutton connecting from the outside. Greg Sutton. Wennington trying to clear on the block. Randy Brown in the corner. Gets baseline on Stackhouse, left it short. LaSalle Thompson the rebound. 7:35 to go in the game. Sharone Wright in close. 18 for Sharone Wright. But really right now, in all honesty, it's a numbers game is about all it is.
Upset stomach Maxwell's got, they say. Okay.
We sent a sleuth down to the locker room to get that report. Simpkins left it short. Higgins the rebound. 103-78, Bulls on top. Randy Brown, nice play. They tried to feed Stackhouse down low.
He just fronted him, didn't he? That's all he did. Went up in front of him. And
Thompson saves, and the Sixers possess. 103-78. Bulls on top. From here, it's down to Washington tomorrow, and the Bulls on Monday afternoon. In a Martin Luther King holiday matinee, take on the Washington Bullets. Losers tonight at Toronto. Stackhouse to the lane, knocked away by Kerr, and the foul on Steve is his first. Got a timeout on the floor. 6:34 left to go in this one. The Bulls roll on. 103-78.
It's their turf. It's their world. It's their game. And when we don't play by their rules, the results can be deadly. From the creator of the award-winning television series Wild America comes a home video unlike anything you've ever seen. These are nature's dangerous encounters, captured in one of the most astonishing wildlife films ever made, and available now for the first time as a special one-hour home video. Call this toll-free number now to get Dangerous Encounters for just $19.95. It is not available in stores. Order now, and you'll also receive Watching Wildlife absolutely free. That's right. Both of these extraordinary programs are yours for just $19.95. Call now.
For rush delivery, get your credit card ready and call 1-800-889-6600. That's 1-800-889-6600. Or send your check or money order to the address on your screen. Call 1-800-889-6600 right now.
On Wednesday, January 24th, when the Bulls battle the Vancouver Grizzlies, it's Nabisco Jewel Basketball Card Night. First 10,000 fans entering the United Center will receive a Bulls basketball card compliments of Nabisco Jewel. Wayne Larrivee, Johnny Red Kerr, the Bulls in command here in the fourth quarter. 103-78, 6:34 to go in the fourth. And Jerry Stackhouse heading to the line. There is Michael Jordan. 48 points, season high for him here tonight. 18 of 28 from the field, 5 of 7 from the arc. And Scottie Pippen, 20 points here tonight in the first 3 quarters of the game. Stackhouse hits on the free throw.
For the Bulls, starting Jud Buechler, Jackson, for Bill Wennington, Clarence Weatherspoon, Derrick Alston returned to the Sixer line.
Jud Buechler has checked on for the Bulls.
Don't give him a real good look at the three-pointer either.
Now he's up around 48% or thereabouts. Quick look from the arc. Buechler for 2.
A long deuce. Bushy. Here comes Bushy.
105-80, Bulls on top. Alston, Stackhouse. Good reception down low by Stackhouse. Didn't finish it on the drive, but he had to really reach for that ball as Randy Brown played him tough.
I think it was Dickey
on the foul.
His third.
Personal foul, Dickey Simpkins, his third.
Jerry Stackhouse back to the line, shooting a pair.
The Bulls' third team foul quarter.
Take a look at these football cities and basketball cities with the football team, the BC Lions up in Vancouver, the Eagles here. Minnesota Vikings equal the Timberwolves 8 wins, and the Dallas Cowboys have more wins than the Mavericks. Stackhouse makes good on a pair at the line. Buechler in transition for the Bulls now sets up some offense. Under 6 minutes to go. Bushy at the arc again. Sutton the rebound. Sutton the penetration. Blocked on the play by Simpkins. Steve Kerr recovers. Randy Brown to Dickey Simpkins on the block. Faces Weatherspoon, finds Kukoc. Toni right back to Dickey, to the right hand. Nicely done. Dickey Simpkins with 4. Bulls again by 25. A big 44-point third quarter. If you missed it, if you just flicked us on, you missed one of the best quarters of basketball the Bulls have played this season. Randy Brown the steal on the drive. Buechler cleans it up.
Jud Buechler.
Michael Jordan's got that left knee covered a little bit. I don't think there's any ice under that towel, though.
Well, it would only be because he's done playing, and that's what they do immediately. You know, they ice those knees up today.
Nice overplay by Kukoc to deny the interior feet of Derrick Alston.
We didn't have a trainer when I played, so we just get a bucket of snow in Syracuse and put it on your knee.
Rex Walters comes on. Came down to that deal for Sean Bradley from the New Jersey Nets. And in Syracuse, you never had any problem getting enough snow, did you?
No, you're right.
Trevor Ruffin for 3. Scored just as the shot clock was winding down. Ruffin 15 points here tonight. Much of this sellout crowd is headed to the exits. Still over 4 minutes to go in the game. Kerr around a screen by Kukoc. Toni gets inside for the jam. 10 for Kukoc. 111-85 Chicago.
Now this will not hurt at this time their points per game differential, would it?
High point game of the season. No, it won't hurt it at all, Red. You're right. High point game for the Bulls this season as Weatherspoon converts down low. 127 against Atlanta. I believe we had that game down there, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, to the Omni. The lob for Bushy. Nice feed from Dickey Simpkins. Jud Buechler now at 6.
I think it's 11.6 that.
Yes, it is. Differential.
Yeah.
And we're not talking about your automobile. Somebody wrote us a card that said, yes. You guys talking differential. What are you talking about? Auto mechanics? Alston inside. He has 6. 113-89. When this game was on the line in the third quarter, the Bulls just blew out the 76ers 44-21. And that really has been the story of this game, regardless of what the final score indicates. Dickey Simpkins.
Dickey's showing some nice offensive moves here.
Red, when you assess a team defensively, what are some of the categories you look for? I know points per game, but a lot of times that can be dictated by the type of game you play offensively as well. Yeah. Is it field goal percentage, point differential?
Yeah, I would say that. The turnovers.
Randy Brown. And in those categories, you know, you take a look at what the Bulls are doing. Their opponent shooting just 45%. The Bulls are forcing over 17 turnovers a game, among the league leaders. And the point differential is up over 11. Should be around 12 after tonight. Ruffin a brick. They better check the backboard. I think he broke it. Higgins knocked it away from Kerr. Last touch by Steve Kerr, or was it? Timeout called anyway by the Bulls. 2:02 to go in this one. The Bulls heading toward their 7th win in a row and their 30th of the season. 115-89. AT&T shot of the game. Take a look at this, kids. Dennis Rodman rebounds to start the break. Rodman takes it up. That's Scottie Pippen. Now watch Rodman fill that lane and finishes the break in resounding fashion.
We are number 1, right, Dennis?
No doubt about that. You're not going to get much of an argument anywhere, at least at this stage of the season. Rex Walters is a good shooter out of Kansas, but not that time. Kukoc the rebound. The Bulls lead 115-89 in the final 2 minutes of play. On the drive, Dickey Simpkins is fouled by Sharone Wright, his second personal. That is team's first in this fourth quarter. Hey, kids, visit the official Chicago Bulls team shops at any of the Chicagoland, Carson Perry, Scott stores. Sign up for your chance to be a Bulls honorary ball person for a game. Off the inbounds. Tough pass for Toni to handle there from Jud Buechler. Toni draws a crowd. Buechler open 4-3, just short. Tipped by Simpkins over the back, and a loose ball foul on Dickey is his fourth.
Loose ball foul, Dickey Simpkins.
It's only the third team foul and the first on the Bulls in the last 2 minutes.
Team fourth.
1:27 to go. Don't forget, we'll have the game Monday afternoon, noon Central Time start, holiday afternoon matinee. US Air Arena. Higgins had to save that. The Bulls and the Washington Bullets. Sharone Wright connecting. He has 20. Much of it in garbage time. Kukoc is fouled here by Derrick Alston. That's his fifth personal foul. Toni will get some at the line, get a couple. 6 of 6 of the free throw line for Toni Kukoc. Michael Jordan and Luc Longley enjoy a moment on the bench. Luc Longley here tonight, 6 points. Kukoc puts in on his first. He has 11. From a starting standpoint, Pippen had 20, Jordan had 48, Longley had 6, and Harper had 11 points. Rodman had 4 and did the job off the rebound, off the boards of the rebounds. 3 shots coming up here for Pippen. He was in the act of a 3-point shot when he was hit by Derrick Alston. So Toni living off the line here tonight at 13 points. Just 2 from the field, the rest from the free throw line. Just 2 field goals, so 4 of the 13 points have come from the field. Under a minute to go. Sharone Wright on the fadeaway. He has 22.
He's got a nice game going at it.
Sharone Wright, 9 of his 22 points have come here in the fourth quarter when the verdict was in.
Steve wide open for the 3.
Simpkins tried to force that pass over the middle. Kukoc collects. Toni down low, clobbered, no foul. Rex Walters. Walters to Ruffin. Time winding down in this ball game. Kukoc the steal, and he was fouled by Ruffin. Second personal on Trevor Ruffin.
His second personal foul.
To take this opportunity to wish Heidi Delgado and Mercenary Miliviatis, a couple of young ladies who watch our telecast down in Guatemala. Wish them the best tonight as they enjoy Bulls basketball. Good to have you ladies with us. Hope I didn't mispronounce your names too bad, but my Guatemalan is not good. A couple of more at the line for Kukoc. He has 15 points. Final seconds ticking away. Rex Walters' last shot is not there, and this ball game is in the books. A resounding 120-93 victory for the Chicago Bulls here tonight over the Philadelphia 76ers. Dennis Rodman heads off. He had a good ball game here tonight off the boards, helping to fuel Michael Jordan with 48 points. Scottie Pippen adding 20, 15 for Kukoc, 11 for Harper here tonight, as the Bulls put 5 in double figures, enrolling to their 30th win of the season in 33 games. Back with some closing comments after this.
Next on WGN News, don't leave for the Olympics without it. What you need if you're going to the Summer Games, and this is the flight you won't want to miss. We're off to the Great Blue Yonder with the Young Eagles, plus the fine art of the car wash. Next on WGN News at 9 o'clock.
Celebrate the stirring sounds of the Stellar Gospel Music Awards, featuring Kirk Franklin, Yolanda Adams, Shirley Caesar, Darrell Coley, Dottie Peoples, John P. Key, C.C. Winans, and more. Join the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air's James Avery, living single star Kim Fields Freeman, and comedian Jonathan Slocum when they host the 11th Annual Stellar Awards. Don't miss it.
Monday night at 7 on WGN Channel 9.
Pinky and the Brain steal a sub, almost.
Brain?
Right. The Sub Club.
Pinky and the Brain.
Sunday night at 6 on WGN Channel 9. WGN Morning News brings you more in the morning with 2 hours of the news you want to start off your day. More in the morning with WGN Morning News from 7 to 9. Weekday mornings here on WGN. This is WGN TV, Chicago.
Wayne Larrivee and Johnny Kerr back in the Spectrum at Philadelphia. And really the story of this ball game for the Chicago Bulls was an outstanding third period of play. The Bulls shooting 68% in that third quarter, outscoring the 76ers 44-21. 15 rebounds for the Bulls in that third period of play. Just 4 rebounds in the third quarter, and the Bulls really put on a clinic, Kerr, on the fast break in that contest.
Absolutely. They went right from rebounding the ball to filling the lane, and then when that wasn't there, they went to 3-point field goals. They made their free throws. They did everything. If you wanted to take one section of the game and put a clinic on with it, the third quarter is what you do.
Yeah, it'd be hard to beat that third quarter, and in that third quarter play, Michael Jordan 6 of 8 shooting from the field, and I mentioned Jordan has been shooting very well of late. And he really had an outstanding ball game here tonight. And talk about all-around game, he probably had one of his best of the season.
Well, I thought he was right on from the start, and you knew it was going to be a good match. We didn't know if it would be the match that Vernon Maxwell would be against Michael, but we knew that when Jerry Stackhouse came on the floor, the rookie from North Carolina, Michael was going to come in his house and lay a little wallpaper on him, and he did.
He certainly would. Here tonight, Stackhouse had made several comments that he had played Michael Jordan last year in pickup games down in North Carolina and didn't see why there was such a fuss over Michael. Felt that he had played very well and stacked up very well, so to speak, against Michael Jordan. That was not the case here tonight. The rookie was taken to the test here tonight. Let's take a look at the statistics in the ball game here this evening. And overall, the Bulls finish at 47% from the field. They had an edge on the free throw line, and the 3-point field goals, 9 of 16 for the Bulls by the time it was all said and done. 76ers, true to their nature, 21 turnovers in the ball game for Philadelphia. And this is a ball club that, as you take a look at it, averaging 19 turnovers per game, tied for worst in the NBA. Certainly that was something that we could expect here tonight. But again, the Bulls, I should mention, they only had 3 turnovers in the second half because they had 7 turnovers at halftime. But the big third quarter, 44-21. And the Bulls pack away the Philadelphia 76ers. Chicago winning its 7th consecutive game. They are now 12-3 on the road. We'll be back with more from the Spectrum in Philly after these messages. Wayne Larrivee, Johnny Kerr back at the Spectrum in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Not a good day at the Spectrum for a Philadelphia fan. If you saw the doubleheader here today, you saw the Rangers this afternoon in the National Hockey League defeat the Philadelphia Flyers by the score of 4-0. And then the Chicago Bulls tonight, 120-93 victory over the Philadelphia 76ers, who fall to 4-12 at home, 7-26 overall, and they are now 1-10 in the second game of back-to-back situations. Some scores around the NBA. Indiana defeated Minnesota 103-94. And this game is a little bit surprising to me because I've been watching Washington closely. They've been playing very good basketball. Georgie Murison having a big season in the middle. But Toronto tonight, up at Toronto, defeats Washington 106-100. The New York Knicks have pulled to within 7 of Sacramento, 115-108. Sacramento's lost a couple of games on this extended East Coast road trip. Sacramento, not long ago, was leading the Pacific Division of the Western Conference. Elsewhere, it's Detroit 84, New Jersey 75 in the 4th period of play. Doug Collins has those Detroit Pistons playing much better basketball of late. Atlanta leading Boston by the slimmest of margins, 106-104 in the 4th period. And Charlotte has a halftime lead of 52-41 over the Dallas Mavericks at Reunion Arena. It is San Antonio leading Orlando 62-54 at the half. Horace Grant the other day was placed on the injured list. He's got a leg injury. And Portland leads Denver 29-19 up in the Mile High City, McNichols Arena, that game in the first quarter. Miami and Vancouver, Houston and the LA Clippers. Later starts coming up. Take a look at high point men for the season. Abdul Rauf and Malone, Karl Malone with 51 apiece. Now Jordan, you have to understand, only played the first few minutes of the fourth quarter and totaling 48 points here tonight. Mitch Richmond has also had a big game for Sacramento, and Malone again at 47 for Utah. And of course, I'm sure John Stockton had double digits assists in both of those games, and Karl Malone scored his 51 and 47 points. Michael Jordan played 34 minutes here tonight. He hit 18 of 28 shots from the field, 5 of 7 from three-point land, 48 points and 10 rebounds for Jordan, one of his best overall games of the season. Back with more from the Spectrum after these messages. Wayne Larrivee, Johnny Red Kerr, Skip Ellison, our producer-director, and Joe Corneo assisting in the truck, along with Mark Stencil on graphics. Good to have you with us here tonight. The Bulls blow out the 76ers 120-93. High point men in the ball game for the Chicago Bulls. We mentioned Jordan's numbers, 18 of 28 from the field. He continues to shoot very well. Scottie Pippen has struggled a bit from the field, 7 of 18, but he was 3 of 5 from the arc here tonight. He had 10 assists in the ball game and 5 rebounds. For Philadelphia, Sharone Wright, a good ball game, 9 of 16, but much of it came in the fourth quarter of play. 9 of his 22 points in the fourth quarter, which was veritable garbage time. Clarence Weatherspoon, 8 of 13 with the game on the line. He had 6 rebounds and 20 points in the contest here tonight to help lead the Philadelphia 76ers. Trevor Ruffin had 15 points to round it out as the leading scorers for Philadelphia. So as far as the Bulls are concerned here tonight, they win going away, and once again that point differential, as Johnny Kerr mentioned, 11.6 coming into the game tonight. The Bulls winning easily by more than that, and continue their string, John, of strong third quarter performances.
They certainly do. They had 4 threes in that third quarter, and I don't know if you can see the tie I wore here tonight. I picked out, and maybe it was the right one. Can you take a look at that?
Yeah, I'm looking at this now. Does that say
number 23? I just happened to pick that out and put it on tonight, and I guess we saw the good luck with it. He had 48 points. He was terrific. Scottie Pippen also sensational, and if you remember, Dennis Rodman had played a very fine ball game up to then, but the third quarter I thought he was exceptional. Then Luc Longley got a couple of his points and did a super job, and Ronnie Harper, that whole unit stayed together that whole quarter and really did a job.
They certainly did, Red. And without any more on your tie, not that it's not a pretty tie or a lucky tie, and I hope you do wear it Monday afternoon when we're in Washington, but I'd rather hear you talk to a gentleman you have alongside right now, Jerry Krause.
Here he is, Jerry Krause. I'm with the general manager of the Chicago Bulls. Jerry, you got to be very happy. Your team is the first in the NBA to get the 30 wins. Did you think that you'd have 30 and nobody would even be close?
Well, John, it's been a fun ride so far, and we need to keep this up. And it's nice to have 30 wins. Hopefully, we'll just keep on going. And the important game to win, the game we want to win, the most important game of the year, will be the last one. If you win the last one in June, John, then you've had a great year.
Well, we still have to finish up the season before we get to those 15 wins in the playoff. Jerry, tonight your team in the third quarter, it looked like they came out and they said, let's stop fooling around. Let's end all this. They rebounded. They shot 3-point field goals. They made their free throws. They did if you wanted to put a clinic on, you could show that third quarter.
Third quarter was fun. That was fun sitting and watching it. Our guys hustled and did the things they needed to do defensively and turned it up a notch. And it was fun to watch. And we've been doing that quite a bit lately. And this is a fine basketball team. And, Lord willing, we all stay healthy. Everything goes well. We got a chance to be an outstanding team, and certainly a better team, I think, than we are now. By the end of the season, I think we can be a better team than we are now in many, many ways.
Well, the nice thing that comes with it, it's almost like a doubleheader. The Bulls finish the game in the third quarter, and it gives some of your reserves a chance that really need playing time.
Toni needed that time. Randy Brown needed that time. Our guys really needed some extra time on the floor, and they get it, and that's a great situation because everybody gets their time and gets their confidence, and Dickey Simpkins had a fine second half and did some real good things, and Toni went to the line a bunch of times, did some good things, and Randy, who can play, who's a fine player and is I'm sure is going to be a major factor for the years out, got himself 9 minutes, and that's important to us that we get those young people time to play.
Your ball club, does it have any weaknesses, Jerry?
Well, you know, John, we're 30-3, and I don't. I think what we have to do is we just keep looking and keep evaluating. Certainly, we're an outstanding team now. We need to be as deep as we can. We'll try to do that. We've still got 2 fine players on the disabled list that we think can help us down the line. Jimmy Edwards, who's going to help us somewhere along the line. Jimmy Edwards is going to be a fine player for us. Of course, Jack Haley's on the list, and Jack's a quality NBA player. So we think we're deep, and we hope that if the injury bug doesn't strike us, we hope that at playoff time we'll have some interesting decisions to make and go into playoffs with our strongest possible group and then really have some fun.
Well, the Bulls have done an outstanding job when it comes to 7 o'clock games at night, 7:30 and 8 o'clock. We're going to have a Martin Luther King game in Washington. Do you think the players attack the game like that a little differently?
Well, John, we'll get off the bus or get off the airplane tomorrow morning and get on the bus and go right to practice. And so we'll practice at about the same time we'll play on Monday. And that's one of the reasons that we're going to do that, to get that situation done. And it'll be a fun day, and we get to spend Monday night at home. So hopefully we can get another win. And Washington Club will be a tough club, John. You know, there's good personnel there, and they'll be tough.
You know, we talked a little bit about what a fun day it was for the Bulls. They went to the shoot-around today, and they couldn't get in the gym. The junior college was closed. Somebody had the key. I think the players enjoyed the day off.
Well, they did, and I wasn't there this morning because I had to go to a Scout College game, but later on in the day I heard about it, and the guys were laughing about it. But that's all part of this business, too. Sometimes you run into those situations, and hopefully we'll have good weather and get into Washington and get what we need to do there.
All right, let's get it done. Jerry, thanks for visiting with me. Jerry Krause visiting with me here after the win over Philadelphia. Let's go back upstairs to Wayne.
All right, right, a high-flying score tonight. Michael Jordan, we mentioned his performance, a season-high 48 points, 10 rebounds to boot. 5 for 7 from three-point range. He is our Southwest Airlines high-flying scorer of the game. Back with some final comments from the Spectrum in Philly after these messages.
To all beef patties, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions on a sesame seed bun.
To all beef patties, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions on a sesame seed bun.
To all beef patties, special
sauce, lettuce, cheese,
pickles, onions
on a sesame seed bun.
Take a big fat break.
Have you had your break?
At McDonald's,
have you had your break?
Let's eat.
Up here. Hi, Martin Mull. I'm inside Ed Klein's dream. Ed's having a vivid dream about money because he's taking advantage of Red Roof Inn's dream rates. I think his subconscious is overjoyed about all the money he's saving. Am I right, Ed? That was a yes.
Red Roof Inn's dream rates are available for a limited time. For reservations, call 1-800-THE-ROOF.
I hate to tell him his alarm's about to go off.
Celebrate the stirring sounds of the Stellar Gospel Music Award, featuring Kirk Franklin, Yolanda Adams, Shirley Caesar, Darrell Coley, Dottie Peoples, John P. Key, C.C. Winans, and more. Join the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air's James Avery, living single star Kim Fields Freeman, and comedian Jonathan Slocum when they host the 11th Annual Stellar Award. Don't miss it.
Monday night at 7 on WGN Channel 9.
Back at the Spectrum in Philadelphia, the Bulls win their 7th game in a row, their 30th of the season. As Red mentioned, they are